Dave made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Champ episode 277. It's your boy A-Dub.
Hi, your boy Strizzy. Welcome back to SLAC fam.
Oh, man. Here we are again, another week in sports, and it is 1 week until Christmas Eve. So, you know what I'm saying, wrapping up the final preparations. But if you ain't ready, you know what I'm saying, be prepared to have some crazy stores out there, some crazy traffic. But hope everybody's doing well with their prep. I see you. We got some slackers in the building already. I want to welcome you all in. Moms, Pops, Kelly. Happy Tuesday to all. And whether you're watching now or later, don't be afraid to drop those comments. Hit the like button. All the ways that you show support really helps us keep the show going. And we appreciate you. So with that being said, Strizzy, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on vacation next week, so I'm like already tapped out, dog. Like my brain waves, my brain like with work is just it's not there. So I'm just trying to get through this week. You know what I'm saying? So I can relax and chill with the family. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying? We know we got Luna something for Christmas, so I got to catch up with you sometime this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So we had to get something for her as well. But yeah, man. Pretty much, I think I'm done shopping. If I'm not, I think I got like maybe two gifts left. But aside from that, like I'm done. I'm tapped out, so I'm ready for my vacation next week. So, what about you?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I only got a couple more days to work before 2025. Really, I'm trying to take some extra time this year, especially with the baby it being her first Christmas. So, definitely trying to step away and enjoy it a little bit more than how we usually do. We used to be young bucks and just like take one day off, go right back to work. But now it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? We got to lean back and enjoy a little bit. So. That's what's up. All right.
That time and a half was cool when I was 24. Now
I still have fond memories.
Now, so I like the time off.
I still have fond memories of picking you up on the way to work on New Year's Day. We went to work at like 5 a.m. We seen people coming home from partying and we were on our way to work, man. It's definitely different times. So that's what's up. Again, want to welcome everybody. A quick programming note. We're going to try to wrap up. I know we love to talk and we just get rolling and the time flies, but we're going to try to wrap up around 6:30 so we can see and everybody can enjoy the NBA Cup final tonight, the Bucks versus the Thunder. And we will, at the very end of the show, do our prediction for that game. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, it's just the in-season thing, but it's kind of different to see it in Vegas and kind of fun. So that's what's up. But before we get rolling on our topics, we do have to add our third member of the panel, our brother, Mad Marcus, is with us again. What's good, brother?
What up? What's up, peoples?
How are you feeling today?
Good, man. I hear y'all talking about going shopping and stuff, man. I ain't did no shopping this year. Yeah, so it's a little different this year. I ain't in the Christian spirit, so but you gotta take care of the kids though, so I think it's gonna be different this year, and they're gonna go with me to the store and buy your own stuff and get it now.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Why wait? I'm sure they'll love that, but definitely understandable. It's like with everything going on with you, man, our hearts and our minds are still with you as well. And just with a lot of people, it's like you focus on the holidays being the cheerful time, but sometimes it's like it's not always that spirit. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely with you, brother, though, and love you very much and understand that too. Actually, it's crazy that my grandma's passing was Christmas Eve last year. I can't believe it's already been a year. It's crazy. So, but definitely understand that. But Amazon always comes in clutch too. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to sneak some things in there, but I think that would be cool. The kids will love that. Just be like, all right, let's get it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah,
that's what's up. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our first topic. We got NFL talk, and I think one of the big things I wanted to talk about was, is it Penix time? So on Secure the Bag last week, we know both Strizzy and I picked the Raiders. Unfortunately, the Raiders fell a little bit short, but Kirk Cousins still looks horrible in Atlanta. And they still have a chance actually to technically make the playoffs. But with as bad as Kirk Cousins playing, I just wanted y'all to like curious your thoughts on like them. They obviously signed him to like a 4-year deal. He's fully guaranteed, but they got the rookie there. Is it time for a change for the Falcons?
Yeah, I feel kind of bad because like I didn't realize that the Raiders were starting Desmond Ridder. Obviously, it's a team that I don't pay too much attention to, but if I would have known they were starting Desmond Ridder for this, I probably wouldn't pick them. But you know what I'm saying. But
it's supposed to be the revenge game. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I guess that's a good point too. But definitely going on. But I think it is, man, and I think the NFL too, especially with some of these quarterbacks, got to stop doing these fully guaranteed contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like. There are certain guys that definitely deserve that type of money. You know, you look at somebody even like Deshaun Watson, like he hadn't played in like 2 seasons and they gave him all that money. And it kind of, you know, I know Lamar was looking for a contract very similar to that. He obviously didn't get it, but come on, like with the year he had last year and the year he's having this year, like he's on par again to break another record as a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think the MVP race right now is between him and Josh Allen, but I just feel like they're It is time, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kirk Cousins hasn't played well. They've lost some games they should have won, and you know, even you look at the score last night, you think he played better, but he really didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, luckily for them, they played the Raiders, and their ground game worked out well with Bijan Robinson, but Kirk still looked horrible. So, I do, man. It's like you got them. The team's really young. Let them grow up together. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing about all this, I think a couple of years ago, I would say a little more than a couple of years ago, but when the Cowboys, when Dak and Zeke was rookies, it was a lot of flex. And I think they need to start flexing some of these games because they don't deserve to be on Monday Night Football. That's why I didn't even watch it because there's no reason to watch that game. So I think this year or whenever they need to do it, they need to start flexing some of these games and get the games that people really want to see on prime time because it's kind of messing up. I could see Thursday night maybe do that, but I don't know, Monday Night Football. A terrible game, so
for sure.
But
that's a Sunday morning game.
Yeah, so but it's crazy how the like Kirk Cousins early this season he was doing pretty good. Like he smacked the Cowboys, you know, they were doing all right, but I don't know what happened after that. I can say every time I think about Kirk Cousins, I'm like, dang, like RG3 should still be playing right now. You know, so they came in the same year, and I'm just like, this dude's still playing and still getting paid. I just wonder what RG if he was a little more patient and a little more disciplined. If he will still be playing right now, how he would be doing, what records he had broken, you know, if he still would be with Washington right now. So it's kind of crazy because I still think he's a way better quarterback than Kirk Cousins was, but things happen like that. But I don't know. I think you stay with the veteran. I think, you know, you never know. Like I say, you have a chance to make the playoffs still. You gotta go with him because you go with the rookie, he make rookie mistakes and you out of it. So I think they gonna stick with the veteran right now.
Yeah. I think that is a good point as far as like if you still have a chance, and then if you stick with him and he still falls on his face, you know what I'm saying, wets the bed, then you know going into the offseason, you know, there's no reason to give him that extra chance. So
I was just going to take it back off that. I kind of feel like too, it depends on. I think you have to make a decision like what you want to do going forward. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, we have a chance at making the playoffs. We're probably going to do it with a poor record. You know, if we can win the division. But it's like, how far do we think we're really going to go? And do we prefer the picks? You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to pick higher in the draft type stuff. So I feel like the organization needs to decide kind of like what direction they want to take too. You know what I mean? Not just whether or not which quarterback to start.
Yeah. Yeah. And Raheem Morris, I mean, he's got the Falcons kind of going in the right direction as his first year coaching. So it's like, don't let that, you know, sticking by Kirk Cousins take you down, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like they did give him a long-term contract, so he has enough runway to realize that he's got the future in his back pocket too. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Anthony Wesson, live from his son's Taekwondo class. He said he needed 6 more points from Bijan Robinson to beat the number 1 seed in the other fantasy team. Hope the Falcons do all the rest of their games. Man, the Falcons have been a weird one, though, because every time I'm like, oh, yeah, they're down and out, you know what I'm saying? I give up on them. They come up and they mess me over. So so that is too funny. Other news, I had to wear my Cowboys hat this week because, you know, Cowboys did take care of the Panthers this weekend. It was a good game, though, because for me, I guess it's just a reminder. We talk about this all the time. the Cowboys defense is still built to like have the lead. And if they have the lead, they have pass rushers, they can make plays, you know what I'm saying? They got some different turnovers and they made things rough for your boy Young. But what did you think of the game, Strizzy? And like, obviously, are you still encouraged like by what's going on?
Yeah, I think number one, like we got to change the defense. Like I'm so ready for Evero to go, and that's been the whole thing with Panther, like real Panthers fans in general. Like whether you're on Twitter, X, or whatever this may be, it's like we don't have the personnel to run 3-4. We haven't had it even fully healthy because we're missing Derek Brown. That's a huge piece on our defense, but like we're a 4-3 defense. Like that's what we're built for. That's what the personnel has. And they keep talking about we're I think Canales, because he's a head coach and he has to say the right things. He doesn't want to throw anybody under the bus. But they asked him about the defense, and he was like, "No, I still believe in the personnel we have to run the 3-4." And obviously everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" Like, bro, we give up the second most yards in the NFL. We give up the most points in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, what's there to? There's nothing to believe in. You know what I mean? So something's got to change. They kept him on from last year with a different coaching staff for whatever reason. I can't say for whatever reason. I think we were top 4 defense last year, but we lost a lot of those edge rushing pieces. The pieces that allowed us to get to the quarterback, that forced the quarterback to make mistakes. We don't have those guys anymore. I think we got literally all 4 of our pass rushing guys. We don't have any of them this year. So defense is a big deal. And then obviously Bryce had 4 turnovers. He had 2 interceptions and 2 lost fumbles. So you can't turn the ball over that many times and expect to stay in a game unless you're, Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, that type of nature. So we're not built for that type of those type of mistakes yet. But I mean, like I still have high hopes for him. I think what we've done so far, especially the last couple of weeks with the offense and things of that nature, I'm still somewhat excited for it. Hopefully he can build off it and not get too down in the dumps. I don't want to see him slump back down. You know what I mean? Like hopefully he can come back next week and stay competitive or at least get a W. But yeah, man, you guys' the defense came to play this week. And then also too, like JC Horn just not being on CeeDee Lamb is crazy. Bro had 70 yards in the first quarter. He's still like, they don't want him to travel, but JC Horn has been very vocal about like letting him press and travel. Like he wants to guard
whoever it is.
Receiver. He was just not on him on Sunday. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? He allows some of the least amount of yards per receiver, regardless who he's guarding. So if you don't have your best corner on their best receiver, we're in for a long night. So yeah, there's a bunch of things that they could do better, but still fun to watch.
Yeah, most definitely. I was surprised by that. The Cowboys never seem to get that like matchup advantage, but a couple times they had CeeDee Lamb on like the safety, and I'm like, dang, like because other teams seem to do that to the Cowboys all the time. They'll get like their best receiver on a linebacker or something like that. So Mike McCarthy, man, he's trying to save his job. All of a sudden, he's deep in his playbook. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure some things out. Very interesting though. Pops got some comments for the Cowboys. Rush made some excellent throws. Rico has led the league in rushing yards and yards per carry since week 13. Running the ball to set up the passing game, D has been excellent. It's different for sure. I don't know what happened though the first 7, 6, 7, 8 games of the season where we couldn't get that running game going. And I do think like it's weird that when we had Dak, we just like pressed the throw so much, and then now that we don't have him, they like call like such a safe game plan that kind of works. I see Marcus rolling his eyes.
I think it's like, and don't get me wrong, it's not to I don't want to like come down on it, but I think week 13, if you get hit the Giants, they allow 140 yards rushing. You played us, we allow 170 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big part of it.
The timing,
yeah. I think the last couple of weeks you guys have played some really weak run defensive teams, you know what I'm saying? But so not to throw a damper on it, but like like
throw it on there.
Last couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying, have been rough. And that's actually kind of what I've been hoping for. Like I think Steve Wilkes coming back to the Panthers as a defensive coordinator, or Robert Saleh as a defensive coordinator, I think would be phenomenal as well. What Saleh was able to do with
the Jets and the 49ers.
No, their quarterback though, their cornerback though. What's his name?
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner. And you see how Sauce has been struggling ever since he left. So like I really think I think him with JC Horn and just the defense in general would be phenomenal. So hopefully look at both of those coaches and bring one of them in next year. That would be legit.
Yeah, absolutely. Mom commenting the Rams are leading their division. It's a mess out west. Definitely the NFC West has been crazy, but big shout out to the Rams getting that victory over the 49ers in an ugly, sloppy type of game. And with the Seahawks losing, the Rams kind of taking the lead. That's pretty cool. That division has been really up and down, but still it's only a couple games separating the top from the bottom there.
Yeah, the Cardinals in second place with 7-7, so they one game back. So anything could change in the next couple of weeks. But
yeah, and I think
about time too.
Yeah, I think all of them have like some division games left too. So we'll see. I think the Cardinals did a good job smacking the Patriots. So I know you've been watching for them. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? They still have a chance.
Pops saying haters. So haters, can you tell the truth?
I didn't mean to come on your mans, but I just
I seen that thing the other day. I think it was Sunday. They showed they do like the winning the division in the hunt. They had the Cowboys in the hunt. Get out of here! There ain't no hunt. It's over, and they up there still winning games. It's crazy to me. Like these people. I don't know, man. I'm happy I'm on the bench right now because they silly, man. The Cowboys are a silly team out there still winning games. Why? You're not gonna again. You won like it wouldn't have happened. What does that do for you? Nothing. But like the draft picks is going. It's going down because you winning, and they gonna probably win out because they silly like that. So it's terrible, man. It's just
how you guys still feeling? They brought this up again. I think this past weekend. It was either this weekend. It might have been this weekend.
It was this week. I know you better say.
How y'all feeling about there's something again about Michael Parsons' contract and things of that nature? Like y'all thinking y'all gonna pay the money to re-sign him? Because
honestly, I'm not doing that because I paid Dak and I paid CD and they ain't did nothing to me this year, so they're not leading anything. Dak off of the year. So on his on his point, like no, I ain't paying him. Because he ain't doing that either to me. Like, he's overrated. So, no, I'm not paying him. But guess what? They going to probably pay him.
I know. I feel like they are, dog. I'm glad you said it. Because I think they are. Like,
I agree. They're going to pay him. They're going to give him big money. The roster's going to end up top loaded. And they're going to be like, but watch, we'll get some draft picks to supplement it and get some guys on the cheap. And then that never works. And then when you're top guys, you have all your money invested in 3 players. And then 1 or 2 of them, just like this year, get hurt. Mm-hmm. Then what do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wouldn't be opposed to just trading him when his value is high and getting a lot of assets for him. You know what I'm saying? But I agree. I think that they will end up paying him. But we'll see.
And I feel like Michael's going to ball out because he wants the money, right? So if he continues to ball out for the rest of the year, has a couple 2 set games, 3 set games, things of that nature, then they can, like you said, sell high, trade high. They can get a lot back for him if he finishes the year strong because he did miss a couple of games too.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see though. I don't know. I think that's funny though. Anthony West says if the Cowboys don't re-sign him or franchise him, he's going to the Eagles guaranteed. Keep him away from the Eagles. I can see the Eagles
or the Commanders. Yeah, going back to Quinn.
Yeah,
he missed his daddy. That's his stepdaddy. So he's going to go back to his daddy. So I won't be surprised.
I could definitely see him going back to Quinn.
And then we got to deal with his ass, and he's going to be an all phenomenal, all pro player,
all pro
the whole time.
The real Lawrence Taylor coming back and all that.
And Washington's not even paying nobody. All the players that they took from other teams, Cowboys and the Panthers defensively, they're all on like 1-2 year deals and nothing crazy. Like they're not paying anybody right now. So they got some money.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, but I thought you were going to say McCarthy.
I thought you were talking about that too.
But he's got to go. Man. He's got to go. All right. Only other thing I was going to mention is Patrick Mahomes being hurt. Yeah. They have Carson Wentz as the backup. But I think my intel says he's going to be playing. I think he'll be fine.
This dude had a whole ankle thing in the Super Bowl. He still play. He's fine, man.
Yep. Yeah.
They be playing games, man.
Exactly.
Games.
They're still top of the AFC and with a 2-game lead though, so they'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? They might get to rest him at the end, but I think he'll play. Yeah, he was a full participant today, so he ain't messing around. He'll be fine. The interesting thing though is the Vikings in the NFC North and the Lions now tied. The Lions without Montgomery for the rest of the year. Yeah. They're now tied. Yeah, he got hurt. And he's out for the rest of the year. And that really messes with that 1-2 punch because that's like a big part of their offense. So I'm interested to see if the Vikings can catch the Lions, and does that take the Lions, the kind of fear for them off the table, especially the way they got smacked by the Bills.
Yeah, they lost 2 good players. They lost Montgomery and one of their starters on defense as well. So that's another starter on defense. So that's gonna make things rough. These last couple of weeks, the Lions have gotten to some really high scoring games. You know what I mean? Because defense to be played. So it's going to be really tricky. They get into the playoffs and they have to play a team with a really good defense. Can that offense get them over the hump? You know what I mean? So, well, we'll see what happens. But I like Gibbs. I think the 1-2 punch has been great. I do think if they only had one, whether that be Montgomery or Gibbs, I think they'd still be fine. Especially since Gibbs is such a good pass catcher too.
Yeah, but it's different though when you have those 2 guys and they fresh.
Sure.
The freshness
for sure.
Come in.
I was just going to say that, yeah. So, but it does, like you said, like it's different when he has to do every down, doesn't get those plays off.
Yeah.
Now he's getting hurt. Maybe he rushes 13 times a game. Now he's trying to rush 25, 26. Now he's getting really beat up. So
yeah, he runs so hard. Gills runs so hard. So like that, just imagine when Montgomery is working hard. You come, this guy, he's all rested. He coming full speed.
Exactly.
But now I think it's going to be a big difference for defense. They're going to be like, oh, we can handle this dude now, So yeah, that's going to hurt. Am I tripping? Or did they have Swift at one time too? All 3 of them at one time, or I'm tripping on that?
No, Swift left. Yeah,
they drafted Swift. Swift was
okay. Okay, I thought they had all 3 of them at one time. But okay,
no, but
they did have 3 running backs at one time. It wasn't Swift. It wasn't Gills, but it was somebody else, wasn't it?
It was Swift, Montgomery, and somebody. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, then when they let Swift.
Oh, it was the guy that came who had the emotional outburst. Remember, I think he was with the Packers and he went to the Lions. Remember, he talked a lot. Was it Williams?
Oh yeah.
I think it was him.
Yeah. Now he's with the Saints, but that one. Yeah, that's right. Because he was part. They had a nasty run game when they had those 3 too.
Man, it was crazy.
So. All right, I want to switch up real quick to basketball. We'll be back on Thursday for Secure the Bag, and we'll be doing all of our picks for Week 16. But I did want to talk about the new All-Star Game format. I don't know if you guys have heard about this or if you are interested in it, but they're going to have a mini tournament for the All-Star Game this year, trying to revamp it and make it better. So it's going to be 4 teams in the tournament, and it's going to be 3 teams made up of all-stars, eight player teams made up of like all-stars that I don't know how they're going to draft. They're going to pick 3 captains and do some kind of draft or something like that. Steph, LeBron, and somebody, I'm assuming, because it always ends up being them. Then they're going to have the 4th team will be the winner of the rookie versus the international, like the Rising Stars Challenge thing. And then you're going to have this 4-team tournament where they'll have 2 games to 40, whoever gets to 40 first, and then the winner of those 2 games will play each other later that night. So it's going to be like all in the same day, like 3 mini games. What do you guys think about the NBA trying to do that?
Give up. Just take a vacation mid-season.
Send everybody home.
Yeah, just have a vacation, man. Like, quit doing this to us, man. That's a long day for what?
Exactly. This is supposed to be a vacation for them. Like seriously, like that, like that's what all.
That's how they see it.
It's for them to bring their families in, because they're gone all year, and for them to spend some time and just chill and relax. No one really plays hard in the All-Star game, and now you want them playing like 3 games in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you might as well do like a fun like park type of game or something like
a pickup, like an and one something.
Like, what's that park in the records type of thing? That should do something like that, man. Like, this is stupid.
I like what KD said. KD was like, "No, I'm not feeling it at all," and he was talking about like just bringing back East versus West, and I'm like, I agree with that, man. Just go back to East versus West. I think the NBA is really struggling with. They're really struggling with people watching and things of that nature, and they're just trying to do anything they can to bring people back, but that's not working. Like, people are like, why would we come back for this? Right. Like, people are basically like, we'll be back when the playoffs start, you know what I'm saying? And 82 games, you know what I'm saying, and people not watching during the season, like that's bad for business. But you know what I mean? Like, they really it sucks because the caps are way too high, and it just allows these players to go wherever they want and link up with whoever they want. So no one wants to watch. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It is a new day, and it is very sad. And I know we sound like a broken record on this one. We sound kind of like old school like this, but it's just different. And I agree. Like, I think the East versus West, and not only go back to East versus West, but go back to you wear your own jersey with like a patch on it, and it's like the color versus white or something like that. Like, not the weird jerseys, not all this crazy stuff. Like, and go out there and rep and try to win.
And stop playing in Cleveland. Don't have an All-Star game in Cleveland. How about that?
For real.
Let's have it LA, New York, places like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like even Phoenix, like have it somewhere nice weather.
Phoenix is a big city. Like, Miami as well. Houston.
I want to go Cleveland, Indiana. Like, who wants to go there? Like,
no, it's crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it is weird too. I do think they're trying too hard and it's too complicated. It's like just get back to basics, or make it Vegas every year. That'd be cool. People will come from all over,
like every year, and then you really have something going on.
Yeah, especially because you start a tradition.
Right, dope artists come in there and do something dope. Yeah, that's a great idea. Vegas every year.
Kind of like where the Pro Bowl is in Hawaii, like every year.
Yeah,
right.
Same thing. Same concept. Vegas is a money city. Like,
have a dope artist every year, no country stars. How about that? We don't want to see that. That's for football. We don't want to see what's his name, Big Jelly or something. We don't want to see that for the basketball. So we know what we want to see. So stuff like that would be dope. But so
yeah, I feel it. Moms, thank you, moms, for mentioning this because I forgot to mention this. Steph won the pick'em this week, 14-2. Great job, Steph. Mom and Steph were in the tiebreaker again. So great job. And I think Moms actually has a 1-game lead for the overall season standing. So it's going to be a tight race.
We know what you're talking
exactly.
about.
Yeah, exactly.
Last year you didn't care about the pick'ems. It's good though.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. We voting for you. We hope you win this year. Let's go, Moms.
Exactly.
I got over it from last week. I'm over it now.
You're over it. It's healed.
Yeah.
I did want to talk though too. Shifting that, speaking of what we were talking about last week too, we do got to do some picks for this really quickly too, because this weekend starts the first weekend of the college football playoff, where you're going to have the first time you're going to have playoff games at their home field. So, the first game, which I think we should just do our rapid fire picks. The first game is Indiana versus Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think Indiana, they favored from like kind of having a little bit of a weaker schedule this year. Notre Dame has a really good defense. I think Notre Dame has got that one. So there's that one. The next up game is that one's Friday night, actually, the Notre Dame Indiana. Then it's Saturday morning, I believe. SMU at Penn State. How y'all feeling in this one?
I want to go SMU on that one.
I do too, for some reason. Like I said, there's gonna be an upset. Like someone's gonna get upset, and why not Penn State? I think I might be going SMU too.
That would be cool, especially because they lost in their championship game and almost dropped out. So I feel like that's to give them a chance to be like, hey, there's a reason why we're still in. Mm-hmm. I think that would be super dope. And Penn State's another one of those teams, like the Big Ten, like Indiana and Penn State, like they didn't really have the same schedule. Yeah. And they lost to Ohio State when they had to play them. That's the only team they really played. So, so that one, I think maybe SMU, that might be it. Anthony West is funny. He said on the other one, the team from Indiana. Yeah, see, you always got the safe bets. And sure. Pops is saying Notre Dame as well. Pops is saying SMU as well. Next up on Saturday in the mid-morning or the middle of the day, the afternoon slot, we got Clemson traveling to Texas. And I think Texas is going to wash them in this one. I think Texas is going to be fine. They're pissed off from what happened.
I think it's going to be closer than y'all think.
Yeah?
Think so?
Yeah.
How have you felt too? Some rumors about they're talking about Quinn Ewers apparently has like a $4 million offer, NIL offer from a team in the Big Ten, probably Oregon, to leave because they're already talking about next year Arch Manning taking over.
I thought this is his 5th year already. This is only his 4th year.
He's got one more year of eligibility.
That's stupid. That means he ain't going to the NFL. That he played another year.
So that's the thing. He has a decision: either try to stay at Texas, or transfer, or go to the NFL. But they're saying he needs to play more.
Yeah, well, he might be smart to get to $4 million because you might not get $4 million when you get drafted. So That might be smart. Just play one more year. So yeah, because he's not gonna play in the NFL next year anyway. So yeah, go ahead and go. Because like I say, he ain't playing next year for Texas anyway. So yeah, go get your money, brother.
The NIL definitely changes things up with that because now you're really like, okay, do I want to be a rookie, ride the bench, hope I get picked into a good situation, or I can go make $4 million and be the star and have another run at this, and I might up my draft stock if I play really well and win a national championship next year. So.
If I'm his dad, you playing next year because we know you're not gonna do nothing because you did okay this year, but you didn't do what you could have did. So I'm definitely as a father, I need $2 of that meal too. So go ahead.
I need my percentage off top.
Yeah,
I think the same thing for like Carson Beck, like him and Quinn Ewers going into the year had a much higher draft stock and they played their way down. So you know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. That's funny. Pops is picking Texas in this one. Kelly said, I would love it if it's Clemson so we don't have to play them again. I still feel like it might end up being a Texas-Georgia rematch again, but for the third time. We'll see.
Oh, God.
All right,
I can't take the hurt.
Last game would be the Tennessee at Ohio State, which I think this one might be an upset too because Ohio State is another one of those. They had a favorable schedule.
Yep.
But they lost to Oregon and they lost to Michigan recently, and Michigan was bad this year. So I don't know. Tennessee repping the SEC. I'm hoping they can go up there and give them some trouble, but it's going to be tough on the road. I don't know.
I'm going Ohio State on this, and they pissed off from losing that Michigan game. So
it's a good point. I kind of like Tennessee just for the fact I think they're a little tougher this year, but that is a good point. Ohio State is probably pissed off.
I think that's going to be the best game, most exciting game of them all. I think that one. But Anthony West says Ohio State is losing. Pop says Tennessee. We'll see. But another one we'll have to talk about in the future is they're trying to make a law because of the Michigan-Ohio State thing. They're trying to make a law in Ohio that you cannot plant a flag during a football game on the field.
That's so whack, dog. That's a tradition, man. Quit doing that.
I know they're trying to
win the game.
Exactly. That's my thing. If you want to win the game, if you don't want them to plant the flag, win. And then they can't do that, you know.
I'll be a type player still planning. Shit, I ain't on time for this.
I know they're talking about trying to make it a felony and all this stuff. They're like, man, that's crazy, man. What'd you do? I planted the flag. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Really? So we'll see. But you know, those people are crazy about their football. But I'm like, dang, you're gonna push this law through that quickly too? Make some laws, do some real, you know what I'm saying, administration. Like, come on. That's what y'all are worried about, trying to fast track laws about they planted their flag. It's crazy. So, all right, that's our picks, though. I think we all made our predictions. I think we're pretty good on that. We'll come back and revisit this bracket, obviously, before because those middle games that'll be happening on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. So we're going to get to see who that final 8 is. But that's going to be interesting. Yeah, Kelly says make laws people actually need for real. It's like, that's crazy. All right, it's getting close to tip-off. I did want to wrap up and just talk about the NBA Cup really quickly. Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Bucks. Can this revitalize the Bucks a little bit? Can this kind of give them some juice? Or do you think the Thunder got it?
I think the Thunder got it, but I also do think that the Bucks have been playing, but they started off bad. You know what I'm saying? Weren't they like 1-8 or 2-8 at one point in time? Like, and I think now they're like at 500 or a little above 500. So I think they really turned things around. I think the play between Dame and Giannis has gotten a lot better. Still a lot of work to be done, honestly, but you know I think they are doing a little bit better. But I still got OKC.
They're not expected to win, so if they win and win pretty big, I think they rejuvenate their whole season. So
yeah,
I think for them, I think if OKC loses, I don't think it do that much to them because they don't have one of their best players playing. So with Chet out, so like I said, I think for the Bucks that'll be good for them, and that's kind of scary too because you don't want them guys to get confidence and want to say they back because if Dame and Giannis get healthy and do well, that's gonna be a scary team to play. So. I'm still thinking OKC might be too young for those guys. They might come out really happy. I mean, really going with energy and might win that game. So I think I want the Bucks to win, but I think OKC might get it though.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I think OKC as well, but I do think that is true. Like seeing a team get together and be like, oh, we can accomplish something and get that going to be like, look at what we won. You know, actually might light a little bit of fire under them. So. We'll have to see about that, but it should be a pretty cool game. So we're gonna make sure everybody can enjoy that and kind of check out a little bit of that. So we'll check out a little bit early, and then, like I said, we'll be back Thursday for Secure the Bag. We'll make all of our Week 16 NFL picks, and then next week we got to figure out our programming because next Tuesday is Christmas Eve, so we probably won't have a show on Christmas Eve. We'll probably do like a Monday show, something, you know what I'm saying, a little check-in to make sure that we keep our weeks going. But definitely, you know what I'm saying, we'll make sure we're not on Christmas Eve, so everybody can be waiting for Santa and doing their thing.
And I'm not watching the Cup. I'm watching something more important. I'm watching the golf right now. The matchup is on right now. So,
Nice.
Yeah, Bruce Koepka and Bryce DeChambeau against Rory and Scotty Scheffler. Yeah. It's pretty good too. They're doing some this. It's crazy. It's night golf right now, so they got all lights on. So
that's what's it. Where are they at?
They're in Vegas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And shout out to Scheffler too. He won the Hero Cup World Challenge. He's still winning tournaments, even though it's not a PGA Tour. He's still winning.
Killing right now too. So it's like Liv versus PGA. So it's like it's real tense right now. Like kind of talking noise to each other. So it's pretty good. But yeah, like I said, I think OKC gonna win. So I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna watch it.
That's what's up though. Shout out to the matchup. That's really dope that they still do that. And Liv is in serious consideration or serious talks with Fox to get their programming on.
They need it.
Yeah, they're about to step up. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be real. So we'll have to talk a lot more about that because things are going to look different in the new in 2025 for golf. And Rory and Tiger are still talking about their indoor golf league that's going to be coming out. So lots to look forward to on the golf front too. So that's what's up.
Sir.
All right, we're gonna. Oh, Anthony West says, "What are ASU's chances?" We'll see after we find out who they're playing.
Yeah,
true.
I think that might make a difference there. But definitely shout out to all of our slackers out there for rocking with us each and every week. We love y'all so much, and we'll be back on Thursday, like I said. And then watch out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have your notifications on so that you can know when we're going to be going live next week because it's going to be a little bit different with Christmas Eve. Until then, it's your boy A-Dub
and your boy Strizzy.
Taco Tuesday. We'll get you a chicken taco. Peace out.